of it. Say for example, I was earning 14 lakhs rupees a month. So I was in a, say for example, 20% or 15% of bracket. And if my earning in a year end, my salary got increased by 2 lakh of rupees, it went to 16 17 lakh, I will straight away comes into the 30% of bracket, right? So the tax bracket has got increased tax. So again, my saving will get decreased automatically because the taxation part has increased, right? Earlier, say for example, I was earning 14 lakhs, so I was giving around approximate 3 lakhs of income tax, or tax I would say. And suddenly when I reach 17 lakhs or 60 for 17 lakhs, it's hardly increase of 3 lakhs. And whereas the taxation effect is, now it is 5 lakhs of tax that you have to give. It is, you are in 30% bracket, right? So you have to give 5 lakhs of rupees tax. So in fact, what has happened is increase of 2.5 lakhs has decreased original income by 50,000 if you calculate it. So this is the effect that we have to take care. So there are multiple factors which we take care while when we are planning for a wealth creation. So very important, I talk about the two hurdles, that is inflation and the tax. So whenever we are channelizing our savings, we have to take care of these two hurdles. We have to take care of the inflation, otherwise we cannot create wealth, and we have to take care of the taxation part also. Now I will quote one more example how inflation can erode your wealth. How inflation can erode your wealth. Can I have the slide, please? Now, worth of 1 lakh in future. I'm taking a very nominal inflation rate, which is 6% inflation. I have taken a 6% inflation rate. So if you are having currently having 1 lakh of rupees and you do not do any investment during a tenure of, you can say approximately 20 years or 25 years, it will turn to 11,000 of rupees. So whatever you are spending currently does not mean you can buy the same thing at the same value after 20 years, because the inflation will erode the thing. So a very small example that I gave you prior, around 5 minutes back, was this of mustard oil. It was around 110 or 120 2 years back, and now currently it's 250. Same with common LPG cylinders and multiple items. You take any commodity, in the last 3 years they have increased drastically. Very simple examples. A very simple example I like to quote you. Say for example, you were our metro charges in the last 3 years, it has doubled. It is doubled almost 100%. Earlier I used to travel and it used to cost me 36 rupees or 40 rupees. Now it is costing me 72 rupees. So it has doubled. So you can say, you can see, that inflation is increasing only by just 8%, but our expenditures and our environment expenditures, which we currently dealt with, are increasing at much higher rate. Much higher rate. So fit, there has to be certain things, which should, there has to be certain thing which should help us in creating a wealth, because expenses are increasing at such a rapid manner, whereas the salaries or the income is not increasing. So savings cannot increase. If savings cannot increase, we cannot create, you cannot multiply your wealth. So definitely yes, wealth cannot be created. So we have to channelize the entire, our financial plan. We have to entire budgeting, we have to plan, how can I save, how can I expense. You have to channelize if you really want to create wealth. So how can you achieve wealth? Well, wealth creation goal, there are only three commandments. This is the only three things that you need to follow as a, as a novice investor. You don't have to, go into deep dive into the jargons. The only thing is, you have to be regular, you have to be disciplined, and it has to be long term. These are the three things that you need to take care. So I'll be briefing each point in the next slide. See, I'll tell you, I'm talking about investments, but let me tell you, let's not misinterpret the word investment with wealth creation. Investment is a very small part, whereas wealth creation, if I say, it has a very large meaning. It has a very large meaning. It controls a lot of things. Investment is a very smaller, you can say it's a stepping stone to a wealth creation. It is stepping stone to a wealth creation. Investment is just you have taken the money and invested in something, whereas wealth creation is something which takes care of all your needs, all your goals, whether it's short terms or it is long term. It takes care all of your needs. So, it takes care of your all the financial liabilities, and also at the end of when you are at retirement age, is take care of your standard of living as well. So what it takes care into, it takes care into a lot of things like patience. Patience is always there. You have to be have patience when you are creating wealth. The patience is required, right? Then time horizon, you have to give a specific time if you want to create wealth. Then taxation, you have to take care of your taxation. Wealth creation also takes care of the volatility of the market. When you are planning to create wealth for your in future, you have to take care how the volatility of the market will be taken care. While am I when I'm saving in a particular asset class, will it be taken care, right? So then a compounding effect. So these all things grouped together creates wealth, when these all things are channelized in a proper manner. So as I say about the three commandments, that it has to be regular, it has to be disciplined, it has to be long term. Regular in the sense, you can as I said, you can have a small frequent small amounts. You should keep on investing in investment. I give you my very short example. I want to quote you of mine only, what I do in small, when I'm talking about regular and small investment. So what I do is, whenever I am at month end, say for example there are 6 to 7 days remaining in my month end. So say for example I'm at 25th of the month, or at the 26th of the month, and I have realized that I have there are 6 days remaining, and I have, say for example, 30,000 bank balance in my account, and I know it 20,000 can take care my day to day activities for the next 7 days, and after 7 days again I have a source of income. On the first or second, I'll have my salary credited or whatever. So again the bank balance will be there. So what I do is, since I've analyzed that 20,000 will be I'll able to cater 20,000 for the next 7 days or 6 days. So what I do is, 10,000 or 5,000 I straight away transfer to my NPS account, that is National Pension Saving Accounts. I transfer it to them, because it's hardly making me a difference whether it's 30,000 in the account or 25,000, because I am aware that this 25,000 is going to take care of my daily needs for the next 7 days. So I deposited 5,000 amount. So I keep on doing at every month, any time of interval. I used to keep on looking how much amount I can shift it to some other investment avenues, so that it not harms in my day to day expenses, and also gets converted into some investments also. So by transferring of mine of rupees 2,000 or 3,000 at the end of the month, it hardly makes a difference, any difference in my day to day expenditure. And whereas the difference that has made is, this is a small frequent investment that I have made to a particular NPS account. So this is very important. So these frequent small savings, I can assure you, if you garner this, or you inculcate this, definitely it creates wealth. Because it's like a pebble and a crow story. You keep on dropping small pebbles. It doesn't matter it's what of size, it's what quality, nothing. You have to have a frequent saving. Yeah, right asset class is important, but you have to have a frequent saving, which is important, that is regular. You have to keep on, and the day will come, the water will come out, so the wealth will rise. So my point is, the wealth will rise. You have to keep on investing. Small frequent amount investment for a long term creates wealth, no issues in that. Now, disciplined. The point number two that I would like to highlight in the PPT, that is disciplined. Disciplined is that if you have inculcated a habit of depositing something in every month, you have to maintain it, whatever may come. You have to maintain it. I'm not talking about a very worst scenario, but for a general life of I would say a human being, if he can save certain amount for a regular period and a disciplined manner, that he has to do it every month. It should not be ki he does it for some point of time and then stop doing it. No, it cannot create wealth. Again, the pebble and the crow story. You have to keep on dropping the stone if you want your water level to rise up. You cannot be, after dropping 4 stone, you cannot stop, say, and keep on waiting here the water level will rise. No, nothing. It will not happen like this. It has to be frequent. It has to be long term. So the third point which I made in the presentation, that is long term. Again, it caters to wealth creation. So all 3 points are very important. It has to be regular, it has to be disciplined, it has to be long term. Very important. All the 3 points very important. And if we follow, these three commandments, definitely wealth creation takes place. Now, what really matters, as I told you, saving regularly is very important. Even a small amount saved regularly is good. Whatever it is, even a 500 saving, 100 rupees a saving, there are a lot of investment opportunities available in which you can, invest 100 rupees also per month, which is a very nominal thing. You can go up to 1000 or any amount. But what my point of saying is that there are avenues available in which you can, invest a small amount also. You know, then the save in the right asset class. Now this is very important. This is will dictate how much wealth you create in the right asset class. Now the right asset class depends upon multiple factors. First of all, saving your saving has to be get attached to a goal. For example, uh, I would like to save for my daughter's marriage, or can be for my children's education, or can be for a home. So the goals are different. Now goals can be short term also, goals can be long term also. So if I talk about short term goals, say for example, in the coming 7 months or 6 months, I have my child engineering fees due for the coming semester. So which will cost me around, say for example, lakh of rupees. So what should I do? And currently I am having a 90,000 of bucks. So in spite of, putting it in the keeping it in the bank, if you can, put it, there are short term funds available, debt funds available, which are secured also. There are liquid funds available which are secured also, and gives you a good return of, 6% approximate, 6 to 6.5% approximate. You can invest in that funds for the 6th or 7th month. Higher liquidity is there in the market. You can, withdraw this amount any point of time. So if you are having currently, say for example, 90,000 of rupees, and you invest it in a liquid fund for the next 6 to 7 or 8 months or a year, whenever the child fees is due, I will consider this as a short term. I consider anything which is less than 5 years, I consider it as a short term only. So there are multiple funds available. You can invest in it, will garner you some good, interest rate, or I would say the returns of 6%. So at least, instead of lying your in the bank account and giving you approximate 3 to 3.5% of return, if you can invest this amount in, another asset classes, it is secured also and can give you double the return of it. So suppose for example in a bank it is getting 3.5%. So in, I would say, in a liquid fund, if you invest it, it can give you around 6% of the returns as well. So again, this is a short term goal. Now I'm talking about a long term goal. Long term goal can be, a retirement income. So say for example, currently I am at 30 or 35. So two things which are 100% sure that is going to happen in our life is: number one, that is we are going to retire, and number two, our working capacity will decline for sure. We are not going to work in a similar fashion that we used to work right now with the same into and the zeal. If you think you are working right now, you would be able to continue that zeal in at the age of 70. That is impossible. Whether you are in a profession, whichever profession, you can say, say for example, I would say I am a doctor, I can keep on practicing till 70, 80, right? You can. Or for a job, if I am in a job, or definitely I'll get retired at 60. So I can have, there are two, three options. One, I can have pension, and second, I can have, the pension amount also. But there is again a catch. If you have taken, during the tenure, if you have taken any loan from the pension to build your house or something, then this amount also get decreased at the age of 60. So you have to plan everything. So whatever you are spending now, can we, can we channelize these expenses? Can we reduce these expenses? These are the important factors which, one should keep on thinking and keep on working on it. You have to reduce your expenses at any cost. you know if your expenses will keep on increasing with regards to, the earning,